Hey everybody, Dr. David Evans here. I'm so happy for all of you who are here watching with us. The PIC TV network Dream Team is on. We have 60 channels now, 60 channels to be able to give you the best in entertainment, the best in education, the best in inspiration, and the best in information. We have these channels. We wanted us to tell you about the team that's on tonight, Pastor Jerome Bowie, and he's working with us to build our show programs. She's also a workaholic. She works around the corner. She's in the political field. She sat over 500 to 800 shows before COVID. And Stephen Hill, he's in the legal aspect, making sure that we cover from a legal standpoint with the Big TV network. I'm so happy tonight to have our team on, and this is part of our team. We have a staff of 20 or more that works with us, and but these folk are excited about us. And I want to say thank you again for joining us, everybody. Those who are watching with us from all over the world. We have our PIC Television Network on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Our partners watching with us from around the country. That's on. We have people on from Brazil, Chile, Australia, United Kingdom, United States, Ireland, everywhere watching the PIC TV network. I'm the president, Dr. David Evans. And let's just wave everybody. Let's wave at them. Let's say a wave. Let's give them a wave over there. I want to start with Elaine Austin. She's again, we're so blessed to have her her background with the Dreams Television Network, already in studio work, already doing work, shooting so many shows with million dollar equipment, and coming over to help us at the PIC TV network. Now, why is it so important for us to have these channels like Hot Topic? It's in the political channel. You said we have to have this political channel that as we're talking our political officials channel. Talk about that.
Well, it's very important to have
a
political channel because you want to let your audience know what's going on in the political world, because what's happening there determines what's going to happen to you. Money is going to be allocated for schools, for hospitals, and etc. And we also need to know who our council members are. We need to know who our Congress members are, who our mayors are, and all of our city officials all over the world, all over the United States. You can learn so much about what's going on, and it's very, very important. And then you have the opportunity to testify, to go down to the council, to tell the council some of the things that you like to do and you like to see it happen in your community. So that's very, very important. And then they in turn know what you want, and then they submit bills that's going to help us.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so happy you said that, because our political officials channel 937 on the PIC TV network is really important. And Pastor Boy, you know about political people also in DC. You was good friends with Mayor Berry, and even his son. You introduced me to some people from that aspect. Pastor Boy, why do you think it's so important to have our very own PIC TV network?
First of all, because
officials channel,
each one reach one, and this network here is a network for us, by us, to reach our very needs and what we need and what we talk about for us life and life things. And like your sister Elaine was just saying, that we need to know our mayors, we need to know our governors, and they need to know us. They need to know what we talk about, what we need and what we want also. So this network is going to provide that for all of us, and I thank God for that. Yes.
Hey, we got a dog channel too. We got a pets channel, Pastor Boy. I hear your dog in the background.
Yes.
So we have our own pets channel, man. So I guess we better talk about channel 997.
Yeah.
For everybody who are pet lovers out there, we have our own pet channel.
Pet channel, we need that.
On 997 on the PIC TV network. Boy, talk about that dog, man, because he's in the world of his own. Come on, talk about him.
Well, DC and Maryland, Virginia, we animal lovers. There's so many people have animals and pets, and I love my dog to life. He's just like another part of the family. He's so spoiled. Every time you see me doing something, you want to be a part of it. He's Facebook famous right now already. So, yes.
Yeah, we have a pets channel, so you can bring your pet on, showcase your pet. We have a pet show.
Yes, that'd be wonderful. So
Eli,
many channels.
I want to also talk about the garden show. Eli, you said we need a home garden. Yeah, Eli, I want you to talk about the garden show. You grow your own cherries. Your own fruit. You start
Yeah,
planting
I'd
around
love
the
to talk about
spring. Talk about
I,
the garden show. Come on, talk
oh, I'd
about
love
that.
to talk about it. I do grow my own cherries, my own peaches, my own pears, my own apples, my own figs right here in Washington, D.C. It's in my yard. It's got to be able to eat it. And on our garden show, we'll not only show you how to grow your we'll show you how to grow your vegetables. I'm going to show you how to pick weeds out of the yard and how to plant your plants, how to have beautiful flowers, how to plant a grass and how to maintain it. That's the most important thing. When you see weeds growing in your yard, you got to go out there and pick them out so they won't spread all over the place. And I actually will show you me out there picking out the weeds and how to pick them up, pull them up from the roots, and what to do for your garden. You don't use pesticides. So you just have to watch our show. It's going to be so exciting. And then once you watch the show a little longer, the fruits will come out on the cherries and the peaches and the apples, and you actually see the peaches falling from the trees, the cherries that I raised. And I'll show you exactly how to do it. And it's really a lot of fun. And it's great to have something that you can eat in your own yard, front, back, or either in the house. I can show you how to have a little garden inside of your house, growing your herbs,
Wow,
things like that. That's very good for you. So you don't have to run to the Safeway, the stores, every
wow,
time
that's
you need
amazing.
something. So I'm excited about it.
Wonderful. Yeah, you got to watch our home garden. Yeah, our home garden show is on channel 1001 on our garden channel on the PIC TV network. We're on right now. Elaine also is going to show you from A to Z how to get your garden going. Pastor Boy, I want to bring you back on. You're on our business team with building our shows and programs. You said we need a DC Go Go's channel. And you begin to name groups like Red Essence, Trouble Funk. Little Benny. Tell me, Pastor Bowie, and I gotta call you Jerome today, man, because people in the world know Jerome.
Well,
Tell us
well,
why you said it's important for us to have DC Go Go.
well, anybody that know DC is go-go. Me coming up in life and born and raised in DC, Elaine, I got a lot of whoopings from my mother because of go-go. And I was determined to go to the go-go at an early age. And so I've been going to go-go since I was 15 years old. And I'm now 57. So go-go is DC. Actually, they have it's go-go has been announced about a year ago as the music of DC. So
Mhm.
to have a go-go channel is an educational channel, letting people know what go-go derived from and where it started from. We got people like Little Benny and the Masters, Ray Essence, Chuck Brown, who's passed on. There's so many groups, man, this was out there for years. Air Raid and Backyard Band. And a lot of our youth today go to go-go events. And so even the mayor recognizes, the governors recognize it, and it just DC is go-go. So we're gonna have a channel to express the music of DC, which is really go-go. Yes, and that's DC.
Right.
Yeah, and that's all. That's on right now. We have our DC Go Go channel. That's on channel 933 on the PIC TV network. And I want to thank Pastor Boyd for putting that in place along with James Lee. They created this channel and the shows that we got on. Talk about a little bit because when I was a young boy, and this is my sister, about Chuck Brown. You had your own club back in the day. I think I was 10 years old. You had your own club. You had Chuck Brown in the Soul Searchers. I remember
Yeah,
you had Chuck
yes.
Brown in the Soul Searchers when we were
Yeah.
coming. I was so young, I didn't know what that was. But go back and tell us about that, Elaine.
Well, it was an era when they had the Foxtrot downtown, where people were members and they would go there and have a wonderful time. So I said, well, we should do something in our own neighborhood. So I opened a little place that was membership only, and we came and we actually at the time they had was Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I actually had a spaceship built inside. It was so good. It was so fun. And we had all the major guys come down and just sing. And we had a wonderful time. It really, really was good. And it was clean fun. So I think go go is something that we should always consider and tell our kids about. And once you hear the music, you can't stop moving, no matter who
Mm.
you are. When you hear that go go beat, you have to move.
Yeah, and we're so happy again. Those tuning in right now, you're watching the PIC TV network. Our network has 60 channels now, and we're talking to our team builders, Elaine Austin and the Dream Television Network, partnershiping with us at the PIC TV network and talking about our new shows, new programs, new channels on our PIC TV network. Elaine, talk about we have a teens channel. Why is it so important for us to have something for the teens? You've been in the started the new generation, and we have a channel designed just for the kids, for CJ and JR and the other kids. And even when you did shows for the Dreams Television Network, you always showcased the kids. You always gave them a shot. Why it's so important for us to have our own, which we do now on the PIC TV network, our teens channel?
I think
Come on.
it's so important, especially at this time, because peace through music. The network always, the other news always talks about the negative things that our kids are doing, but there are a lot of wonderful kids that have talent, that they're doing great, and they're doing great in school. And they're respectable to their moms, their dads, and their seniors, and they just need an opportunity to express themselves. And that's what I want to give them a opportunity to come on and play their violins, to recite poetry, dance, and sing, and do whatever that's fun and exciting. And I love it so much because there's so much good talent, and a lot of the kids have gone on who were on our show and actually become recording artists. And I like for them to also come back and they tell how they've gone on and not only pursued their career in music, some of them are music teachers, some of them are ballet performers. They've done wonderful things and they finished college, and some a lot of in college and having such a wonderful time. And this is what we need to have something positive for our young people to do.
Yeah, Pastor Boy, I wanted to bring you back on, Jerome, to talk about our teens channel. We have a brand new teens channel that's on right now. We're building that show and program. Talk about the fun shows that why it's so important because you have grandkids, you have young kids, Pastor Boy. They come over the house. I remember you taking them to the the little place before COVID 19. You was telling you
Well,
you was with the kids.
that's my life. My life. I have 5 grandkids, and I love them to life. And some of my greatest moments is when I'm with them at the house, listening to them, seeing what their thoughts are and where they're coming from. I have a 16-year old, a 15-year old, 7-year old, 5-year old, and an 11-year old. So when I get them together all in one roof, I just sit back and relax and listen to them. And it's good to have a teen channel because that's needed to educate our teens. They have clean stuff for our teens because
Yeah.
so much stuff now is so filtrated with mess and dirt, and so much stuff is so many secret messages coming through a lot of these other channels. But this channel, we're gonna have a clean channel for teens. They can um be able to watch, and we ain't got to worry about the content of what they're watching. So we need that. That's very important because a lot of times now we know that filth sales, we know that mess sales. That's why we have so many reality shows because that sells. People like to hear about somebody fighting each other, beating up somebody, or hating on somebody, and not loving somebody. And unfortunately, them are the channels to get a lot of the airtime. But we're trying to change that mentality of people. We can have clean shows and still be relevant to this.
Yeah, And I'm so happy that those are just tuning in. You tuned into the PIC TV network. We're celebrating our 60 channels now up. We're talking about our channels that's already on. And speaking about the next channel, Pastor Bowie, that's on right now that you helped birth. We have a brand new hit show called COVID-19 Life Heroes that's on channel 1014. I want you to talk about that show, Dr. Bowie. Why is it so important? And you've been on, you hosting that show with me. We had people on. Why is it so important for us to have that COVID-19 heroes life stories channel? And we have shows on now. Come talk about
But
that.
Dr. Evans, that's very important. That's my heartbeat, Elaine. That channel, surviving COVID heroes. Because anybody know my story? I had COVID about 3 months ago. My wife had it, my son had it, my grandson had it, and my cousin had it. But we survived it. And so this channel gives people a live preview of people lives who have survived COVID, who has went through the pains and went through the ups and downs of it, been in the hospital, been out of the hospital, thought they was going to die, made it, survived. So that's just a story of hope for a lot of people. This channel, you better watch it in your hospital bed, watch it any way you want, and get encouraged by people's testimonies, because Surviving COVID channel is not only for those who survived it, fast still here today. We're also going to have part two of people who lost family members and how they surviving through it, because COVID. A lot of people left here because of COVID. A lot of people, family members, didn't make it. And but God is sovereign. So them stories are gonna come through on this channel. People who have survived it, people who didn't make it, but their families are still surviving through it. And so we're just gonna encourage people through that channel of gain and loss. I still say thank God today that I'm here. It could have been the other way. I know some people who had COVID and 2 days later it was gone. I know some people had COVID and they thought they was gone, but it's still here. So we're gonna have them stories presented to people of people who actually survived COVID that thought they was gonna be gone, and some people who didn't survive it. And we talked to their family members how they coping with the situation. So that's gonna be that's a heartbeat channel there. You should be encouraged from that channel. We shot a show about 3 weeks ago on that, and we have good reviews from it. I talked about my story. One of the other pastors talked about his story when he was working and he had it, and he said when he went to get the test, he collapsed at the top of the step. It'd be rushed to get oxygen, but he was able to survive it and talk about it on TV. So that's gonna be an awesome channel, Surviving COVID Heroes. Yes.
Yes, it's already on, and we're so happy, Pastor Bowie. You have kicked that off. It made history being the first one to have that channel. I want to bring Elaine back in. Elaine, we have a brand new channel, Elaine, called Smart Sales Channel, where you can sell your books, you can sell your hats, your gloves, your masks, you can sell your perfume, you can sell whatever you like to sell, and you've been on there selling your scarves on like, and I want you to set a pitch out for that Smart Sales Channel. How important that is for us to have that Smart Sales Channel for people who have their pop-up jewelry and their pop-up items. They need to be on the pick. Come on, Eli.
Well, I think it's really, really important because there's so much talent out here. People are artists, people make jewelry, people make clothes, they make everything, and they make hats, and they really don't have a platform for them. And I think this will give them the opportunity to make their things and come on and sell their things, and maybe go, maybe they have a major line after a while because of the beautiful things that they make, and that helps fulfill them. And there's so many people now, they don't want to go to the department stores. They want to go online and buy something unique. A lot of people like myself, I don't like to look like everybody else. I want to be unique. That's why I make my own things and I sell my own things, and I think that it fulfills me. And seeing somebody smile on their face because they have something that nobody else has.
Wow, that's amazing. We have these 60 channels popping up now, brand new channels on the PIC TV network, and those are just popping in. You popping in and talking to our team builders for our channel, Elaine Austin, Dreams Television Network partnershiping with us. We got Jerome Bowie on right now, helping building our shows and programs. That's the boy. What about the comedy channel? We have a comedy channel that's on right now, channel 940. and you said, man, I got some people to help build that comedy channel. I want you talking about the comedy channel, Jerome. Come on, man. Talk about that.
Yes, because laughter is good for the soul, and we also need to be able to sit back and laugh and relax at points. So comedy channels can be very, very, very well received because we have a lot of comics, a lot of Christian comics today uh, that we've been in contact with that are clean and funny. You know what I mean? We have comics that we be calling up and be coming on that channel. I have always in talks with a couple of them now, and we're just working things out. And I can't wait till that be launched and be rolling 24 hours because we need that. We need a time where we can sit back and just laugh and think. You know, because so life right now is so much turmoil and death and things going on, and we need to escape every now and then. I believe good, clean comedy is a way of escape, and I thank God for that channel, so some people can be able to just have a good, clean conversation and escape. So I thank God for those comics that are out there that are clean and that are just keeping us entertained through laughter. I thank God for that. It's needed.
Yeah, and if you want to be a part of our comedy channel, all you can do is email the pictvnetwork@gmail.com, and you can come on our channel and showcase your comedy gift. I want to shoot it back to Elaine. We got all these channels popping up on the Pick TV network. Elaine, what about the food channel? We have our own cooking channel. You push this channel. You've been talking about this channel. Now we have our own channel, 932, the Food World Channel. Come on and talk about that, Elaine.
Oh, I'm excited about it because cooking has been the highlight of my life. Cooking. My father taught me how to cook, and then when I went into the military, I also cooked there. And oh, the guys loved it. I fed over 500 people every time that I served food in the military. Some of my guys wouldn't eat unless I was cooking. So I'm excited about it. And then you can learn how to make pies. You can learn how to make cookies. You can learn how to bake a chicken, cook fish. You cook what mom used to make, chicken and dumplings and candy yams and baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, potatoes and onions, which a lot of guys like for breakfast. They call them home fries, and you can learn from scratch on how to do it. A lot of things you think you don't know how to do, that you have to open a can or go to the store to buy, you can get it right at home and make it yourself. Have your own potatoes, your own onions, and I can show you how to make homemade biscuits like Mama used to do when they had the old. Well, I'm not that old, but I remember when we went to North Carolina, they had this little big belly stove that you had to put wood in it to cook your food, and you just slip the biscuits inside, and the fire was all the way around it. And when it came out, they were so delicious. But they made them by hand, and we can also do that too and get back to nature, just doing what we just take the things out the garden and just bring them in the house and eat them and cook them. And I tell you, you'll be so happy.
Yes, those are watching right now. You on our Pick TV network. We're celebrating our channels up, talking about our channels that we have on. Pastor Bowie, why it's so important? We have our own news call channel. I'm looking at the night right now, 942. Why is it so important for us to have our own? I know NBC has their channel 4, channel 5, channel 20, or 50, whatever. Everybody has their own. The Pick TV network, we have our own news call channel. Talk about that. Even when we was down in Texas, what we were doing tonight. Talk about why it's important for us to have our own news channel, Pastor Bowie.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say this, Elaine. You was talking about that cooking, like you know what you're talking about over there. Had a yeah, I'll tell you. Oh, wow. But that news channel, what's important about it is that because if we have our own, we're not controlled by no other outer uh powers. That means we can report and talk about what we want to talk about, we need to talk about without being controlled. So the importance of it is that we can now filter in the news that we need to be said and highlighted without worrying about somebody on top of our head saying we can't do that. So that's why it's important, because now we can control what we do and say, and we can get the people what they really need without being controlled or or under somebody else's opinion of what we need to say and don't say. So that's why it's important, because now we can unfilter the news to our people, straight raw, tell it like it is. So that's why it's important, because we need that.
Can I chime in? Can I
Yeah,
chime in on that?
Yes.
yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
another thing is important too, that we can actually show the good things that our children are doing. I love children. This way, when they graduate from the kindergarten, you can be there. We're there, and we take their pictures, and we watch them walk across the stage, and things of that nature. The news media doesn't show that. When they graduate from high school, and when they graduate from college, or either while they're in college, the things that they go through and the happy times that they have. This encourages other young kids. Hey, I want to do that. That's good. I don't have to be in a gang. I don't have to be influenced by anything else. I'm going to look at this channel and see the good things that they're doing that I want to do and that I can do.
Yeah, and that's so important, Lane, because we can also show, like, I don't know if anybody knows, about a couple of weeks ago we had 3 young black ladies with roommates, and all of them became judges about 3 weeks ago. Black young judges. We can spotlight that and show that on our own stations. It's a lot going on in our community that we own, but we don't. It doesn't be broadcast, because every time we turn around, they broadcast something negative or what's
Right.
going negative. But we need our own channel. We can broadcast stuff that's going on. There's so much going on, even in sororities.
Yeah,
Sorority members becoming doctors and
yeah,
lawyers.
Yes.
yeah. I wanted you and Sister Elaine to bring it home too with our brand new news channel on channel 942. What about the stuff going on in Texas right now? Talk about that, Pastor Booty Line, how we could break in and talk to people down there right now.
Boy.
Well, we just got finished shooting the show. Uh, less than a couple of hours ago, of live footage about what's going on in Texas with people in Texas. And the importance of it is we was able to do that because of their own network. We was able to go in there and talk to people in Texas to see what they need and what the help they needed, and put it live on TV. So that was so powerful that we was able to be on the air for 2 hours discussing ways to get people help right now. Help. That's why it's so important.
Yeah, it is, and we were able to actually talk about some of the good things that were happening. Like the military was down there, giving them support, giving them water, and doing wonderful things too. And I understand that the mayor and the governor, they're all pitching in and trying to help. And we need to show that, and we show people of color and what they needed and how they were suffering during this time. And this is something we need to all come together and help each other as neighbors and brothers and sisters should do.
Right. Even legal help. We was chiming in, we were giving people information about legal help, because it's gonna come a point in where people put claims in, but a lot of claims gonna be unfortunately denied. But we're showing them how to get help to help put their claims in. That's another powerful.
And we also
Yeah,
talk about the COVID down there so bad and how people, how are the people going to get their vaccine, their shots? They need them now more than ever because everybody has to be so close together. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen to our little kids down there? What are they going through? They don't have clothes to wear because they're wet, they're cold, and the people that are homeless don't have anywhere to go. So
Yes,
what's going to happen? So we talked about all those wonderful things and came up with wonderful ideas how we can pull together and even helping. We want to get those department stores, like Walmarts and whatever, get our nonprofits together and go in there, ask them to support us by giving things, and they can do that as a tax write-off.
yes,
They be
yeah,
helping, and also the large churches down there. They should pitch in now.
yes.
We're supposed to bring our food into the storehouse, and the
The store,
storehouse is what? What is it?
yes, the storehouse.
Yes. Yeah, so it's time to help each
yeah,
other, and that's what.
and yeah. So we have our news channel. Those who want to be a part of our news channel, all you have to do is email the PIC TV Network at gmail.com. We're talking about our 60 brand new channels we have on our PIC TV network. Those who have Roku, all you have to do is go to your Roku and then put in the PIC TV network at gmail.com. And you can email us and be on, and boom, you'll see our 60 channels up. And we have Elaine Austin on with us tonight. Jerome Bowie on. They are show builders for our programs and our shows that's on. What about the sports channel, Pastor Bowie and Elaine? Both of you said when we had this channel, we know people that we got to get on. Pastor Bowie, you talked to people who were in boxing and you hooked me up to him and told me we got to get him on. He's ready to come on our sports channel. Elaine, you know people who you grew up with Sugar Ray Leonard as part of the family. You know them personally. So you want to have to build our sports channel, which is already up. Our sports channel is already on. Patrick, we talk about our sports channel, how we can continue to build programs and shows for our sports channel.
Oh, when we had a discussion about a couple of weeks ago on the phone, me, you, and one of your pastor friends who's come from the background of boxing, DC has a rich history in boxing alone. So we have a lot of boxers, even out of the DC area, the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area, that are good boxers. Some was supposed to be fighting in the Olympics, but it was postponed. Some just turned pro because they couldn't wait for this Olympic thing to happen. So a lot of things going on with the sports channel, and we're going to be able to highlight our own people who's doing wonderful things, even in sports, from basketball to college to baseball to everything, tennis. We have young girls coming up there in tennis. That's awesome. Who's going to be the future of tennis? So for us to be able to highlight that and show that, that's going to be an encouragement to other young kids to know that they can also make it and do it. So sports channels are going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
and
Also, it
you
is
also,
going to be
you here
really,
talking
really
to me
awesome. And there's so many little kids. They have a organization called DC Speed, and those little kids are like 5 years old, running track, and nobody talks about how wonderful that is. And they're 5, and they go up to 13, 17 years old, and they're running. And we had a guy that was running, and I think he was like, what is he was 85 or 90 something, and he was running out there too. Those are wonderful things. And then when we have basketball games for our schools, that's good. We want to go there, and we
I think we came out for a minute. Yeah, I think Elaine went out for a second, but she'll be back. Yeah, it's so many channels that we have on our PIC TV network. Our golf channel, our garden channel, our arts channel, our PIC reality channel. You know, we have our movie channel. We have all of these channels, and we want you to be a part of the PIC TV network. Those who are watching right now, there's so many channels that we have on and shows that we have on, and you can be a part of the PIC TV network at gmail.com. Everybody knows right now, if you've been watching us, we on in Argentina, Mexico, Germany, United Kingdom, Chile, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Canada, Peru, Panama, Colombia, all over the United States, all over the world. Everybody who has a Roku has the PIC TV network. And again, all of these shows that we're building them with you in mind. So again, we have Elaine Austin on, who was already in the television industry and show industry, building shows. Every week she was going into DCTV. She's already certified. She's directed so many shows and programs, and now she's working to help us on the PIC TV network, Dream Team, and Jerome Bowie. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. He goes out and gets footage at places. He's bringing other people into the network, building a brand new show. DC DMV Bosses is a brand new show coming your way. He came up with this hit show that's popping and rocking right now. Literally on tomorrow, we have a show at 3 p.m. with Bishop Demery, and who's over working at Bible Way, one of the vision leader at Bible Way, 1100 New Jersey Avenue, the great late Bishop Smallwoody Williams, who one of the greatest bishops who ever lived. And he pastors that church down there. He's going to be on with his wife talking about a preacher's life story. And we got upcoming preachers, Bishop Lynette Twyman. He's already consented to come on with his wife. This Sunday we got coming up Bishop St. James and his wife will be on talking on our show. we got so many people already in line to come on. Pastor Henry Davis already been on. Pastor Dwayne Freeman had been on our television show, and many, many more. And I'm just excited about all of you. At the boy, we have our own weather channel, man. We have 986. We have our own weather channel, so we can tell we can tell our own weather. Yes, sir. Yes,
People.
sir, man.
What?
Yeah, and we gotta talk about this channel and before we close out. We got many more before we come back. But the way I want you to talk about the Stage Play channel on 983, and we gotta send a shout out to Jill, man, Nelson, who's one of the greatest persons up from the DMV who ever did stage plays. You've been in his plays. You work on those sets with him. So, and we have our own stage play channel, channel 983. Talk about this, Pastor Boyd.
Well, that's gonna be so awesome. I had the opportunity with my brother Gil Nelson, who started stage plays over 3 years ago in DC. And every play we did was pretty much sold out. Every play we did about 8 or 9 plays here in the city. And you know, I always say it's hard to do something at home because people don't support you. But every play we did, it was sold out, and I had the privilege to be a part of all the plays, from the production part, behind the stage part, to the part of getting the cast together for auditions and rehearsals and all that stuff. So it's gonna be awesome. Every play we did was outstanding. As we speak, 3 of the plays now have been turned to movies. As we speak, 2 of them have been shot already as movies. And because of his faithfulness, Gil Nelson and his wife, Timeless Entertainment, he's also out of this area produced his first TV movie nationwide, a Double Cross out of LA. So he was the director of that movie, some of the series of that movie. So now God is doing some great things to his life, and he's bringing it all back in DC. Most of the actors we use are from the DMV area, upcoming actors and people who put their time in. And all the stage plays, you ever seen them? There are some wonderful plays, good content. It's just awesome. And I'm excited about the stage play channel, because that's going to be a channel where you can see live stage plays all day long.
Yeah, and we so excited, man. Got to give a shout out to Jill, man. This brother has been out there on the streets with us, feeding the homeless. You know,
yes, yes.
Just a gift, man. I've been over to shoot an event because I do some also shooting for camera work, and shot an event.
Yes,
and was spotlighting him when he was in the movie along with Mitch Cradle.
And I'm glad to be part of it. Yes. Wow, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it was just amazing, man. All of these channels, and I want to thank you, man, because you know, without people like you who believed in a dream before it even happened. I remember you telling me way back in probably September, man, you still need some money to get this channel going and get this network going. And you sent the seed, man. I remember that. I haven't forgotten that. And then,
but you know,
you helped me build, and you've been on the streets. You on the front line, man. You out there with the camera covering footage when it was the around the stadium at FedEx Field. I remember you recording that event, talking about the PIC TV network at different food distributions with the Spanish people. PIC TV network. Every time you turn on that camera, man, you were always getting that raw footage of people talking about our network, man. And I'm so happy that, you know, the PIC TV network has a blessing to have you on our dream team, to work on our staff, to see this thing come to pass. We talk almost every day to talk about the channels and how we're going to build. And you would even talk to some people to sell their products on our channel. You was in a couple of stores. I remember you had the brother who had his own store, and you know, so it was the shirts and things, and how he wants to come on and sell his products on our shopping channel. We have our Homeview shopping channel. Talk about that, Jerome.
Well, you believe that we have to support each other on all areas. When you first brought the idea to me about the PIC network and what you was doing, I had to be a part of it because your faith was so into it. When we look at you and look at the time you put in and the beliefs you put in for this network, the next person come along can't no but believe, because your faith because I said this thing have to work. It have to happen because the time you put it in, it's amazing. So for me, it was easy to just follow the faith that you had and believing what I was shown to you. And now I believe that it's about to take off. Like my buddy Gil Nelson with Times Entertainment, he believed in a lot of stuff, but some things he didn't know. So he moved to California by faith to learn it. And I told him the other day, I said, if you wouldn't have never moved to California, me and you be still probably upstairs in your house trying to write a play and don't know nothing about how to write it. But he went and learned it. And then he's 7 to 8, 9 plays. Then he's directed a movie in LA, you know what I mean? Major movie, Double Cross, you know what I mean? So, your faith puts you to movement. So you got to move with your faith, put it in action. So yeah, we have to support each other. So that's why I'm so proud and happy to know that we'll be able to have a lot of other Black businesses take off and fly. You know what I mean? You can't fly until you leave the landing field. So we help them leave that landing field and get in the air and fly. So I'm glad to be a part of this.
Yes, sir. You're part of the dream team, man. I never forget. We got some shows you told me about. I don't know if I can talk about it yet on the air, man. Some movies that we're gonna be pushing together.
Yeah.
And some of the old movies, our Black Film, our own flicks, our own PIC
Yeah.
flicks. The PIC flicks.
Better watch all day long. Cornbread Earl and me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yes, sir. We just happy, man, to have our very own. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just so amazed, man. Again, before we close tonight, we're gonna do part 2, and we're gonna show the people too. We're gonna bring them to the virtual studio. Our 60 channel celebration tonight. We opening up and letting everybody know we have 60 channels now on the PIC TV network, blowing up and growing together. I was so happy, Pastor Bowie, because, man, like you said earlier, we were able to beam news down in Texas to talk to Brother Matthews, Pastor Reeves, Pastor Favors on the other day, and to hear them, man. You saw for yourself today something you never saw before. A person's house had frozen water like a waterfall. I sent that to you. And then you also saw the man's roof that caved in. And you saw water on him, man, and about to freeze. You said, if we don't help him, he's going to die, man. He don't get some stuff on him. That stuff could kill him. And we were able to have our own news channel to cover without any interruption, anything. That was just this major, man. We got our own. We very own. This PIC TV network belongs to you, the people, it's People's Investment Channel. And when we seen that, man, I know that tore Pastor Bowie.
Yes. One of the things we was able to get a video of somebody out in Texas where their water line broke and they was able to put some water in a jar, but at the bottom of the jar was insects.
Wow.
And
wow.
Parasites at the bottom of that jar. That was like, wow. The water was so contaminated that if you could be thirsty, you could be ready to die of thirst, but you wouldn't drink that at that particular time. But that's how it is. It's terrible. You know what I mean? The water's not even drinkable. So, wow, not to even have water, and then you get a little water, it's not even drinkable. So, it's a great need, and we believe in God and the people for a lot of things.
Yes. Yeah, we were able to connect it, man.
Yeah,
we got the pastors, the preachers in Investment Channel. We got the Bible Up channel with Bishop Noel Jones. We haven't forgotten about God's people because we are God's people. We have the Bible Up channel, and we have the USA Clergy Connection channel where we have preachers on.
How? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're looking for some great things.
Yeah. We're growing together, and it's nowhere but the PIC TV network to do but grow up. We're going up together. Those who are watching, once you're part of our network, all you have to do is email the PIC TV network. If you want to be a part of our brand new channel on the PIC TV network, we want to bring you the best and want you to be the best as we grow together on our network. You'll be seeing us work together. Again, Pastor Boo is working on so many shows with us. He's already did the COVID-19 Heroes, Life Stories. He's already been on that show. He's building a brand new show that's helping us, the DMV Boss. This was going to be a powerful show. He's
Yes.
building our shows that we have together as a go-go channel. He's already got his name printed on
We're
building
excited.
these channels together, sports channel. There's so many,
Yes.
you know, we're
To
growing
God be the
together,
glory.
man. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, tell me about that sermon you get ready to preach, man. You had a sermon, counterfeits. You had another one, man. Your faith is on trial, man. You got a whole
Yes.
bunch of good sermons, man.
Yeah. God is good. I actually jumping at your church. Counterfeits. It was counterfeits,
Yes, sir.
God do we got counterfeits to try to do it too. You know what I mean? Even the book of Acts, folks wanted the powers to lay hands on folks and they get healed and all that type of stuff. They try to pay for it. That power. You can't. That power don't come by paying for it. That come by consecration and walking with God. And the man actually tried to pay for it. And there was counterfeits, and that's what we have in this world. A lot of counterfeits. But PIC TV, the
Yeah.
KB, let's be real. We're original. We're gonna do broadcasting and interviews in a way you never seen it before. Going deep down into the surface and interview people from all life.
We
Even
received.
kids graduating. We ain't gonna show them in jail. We're gonna show them graduating. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit levels
Wow.
that people don't hit. We're gonna show the good things that's happening and not always the bad things. Showing
I
kids
love it.
cheering on the track field, racing and doing things like that. Yes, we're gonna really cover a lot of good stuff in a different way.
I love it, man, because we are already on. You've seen where we come from, ground zero
Yes.
to where we are now, to building, and the people can come on and watch. And if you have Roku, all you have to do is go to your Roku, boom, go to the search bar, put in the PIC TV network, boom, and you'll see our channels and shows popping up. But we want you to be on TV, not just to watch TV, but to be on our brand new network. We got so many channels, and all these channels are on.
Yeah.
You got to be on these channels. They're waiting for you. Hey, I'm
I
gonna
say,
close out tonight.
yeah,
Man, I love this man right here is my right hand man. I love him, man. He's on the dream team with the PIC TV network. And I love the wisdom that you gave me, man. We had a big star who wanted to come on the PIC TV network, and you said, no, not yet. I was like, well, let me do it. He said, no, because they're going to be coming to us in bigger numbers. And you put the brakes on it, man. I said, okay. And then we had it locked in. They wanted to come on and do an interview. Everybody, if we talk the name, that name will be all over the place. If I even say the name right now, everybody knows the star. Everybody knows the star. And you told me
yes.
to wait. Why did you do that, Dr. Pastor? But why you tell me to wait, bro?
Because if you realize with a lot of networks, uh, if you're not a celebrity, they really don't even want you on there. So we changing that whole format because we want everyday regular people on here to talk about everyday real life stories. And once we get that down and packed and get that feeling to the people, then every now and then we have somebody come on, they're like a celebrity status, and they know that we ain't about celebrity, but it's about the people. And it's good to have celebrities on there, but right now we building a foundation of everyday life people living in the clutches like we did 2 hours ago. We just recorded a show of people going through trials and tribulations and need right now help in Houston and in Texas. So that's what we want to focus on, the right now things. And celebrities are celebrities, and we all love them. We all like to hear from them. But the truth of the reality is we need real lifetime interviews with real life people that's going through this, that help each other, build each other businesses and build each other's up. And right now we don't need to solicit this celebrities to come on just for namesake, because this PIC TV network is not about namesake. It's about the people's sake. We're gonna be a people's channel for the people, and we're gonna try to
Wow.
stay in that mode for the people, and not just for celebrity style or for celebrity name to throw them on there and say, okay, we had this person here, we had that person. Guess what? We got Dr. David Evans in here, who's the founder and president of the PIC TV network. We got Pastor Boyd, Pastor, and trying to do outreach, help people on the level that he's on. You know what I mean? Meet us where we at, and then we
Mm-hmm.
all go together. You know what I mean? We all go together because it's about helping people. It ain't about
Man,
me or
that's
you. It's
awesome, man.
about
That's wisdom, man.
it's about helping people like that. That's why.
And I'm so glad I listened to you, man. You know, I don't care how big you are, how much you think you know. It's always good to listen to people. And I pump the brakes. I stop the process. I cut down excitement, and I said, "Let me listen." And I did, man. I obeyed you, you know, because you gave me wisdom. And that celebrity to come on, but this is not the time to bring her on right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and even
Bishop, you
though
got
it's a
some
big star people,
got
but
some amazing people on already. You have like Bishop Twyman and his wife consented to come on. They've done some major work in Maryland area for us outreach. We know we got an outreach channel. We didn't talk about too much about that. Outreach on purpose. They feed thousands of people every Tuesday over there at St. Stephen's. You know what I mean? You got them coming on. You got Bishop Demery from Bible Way, who's one of the old churches everybody know about Bible Way and their background. Pastor Demery coming on. See, we have to, as people, get out of running behind names because a lot of times we miss out on the meat of what God's trying to show us. Because we run behind big names. We got God is opening up doors. Bishop St. James and his wife coming on to talk about their COVID survival. You know what I mean? God is opening up doors and we can't do nothing but go up. So the name's gonna call us. We already know that. We already know that. So we stay humble and doing what we don't let call us. And we're just talking. Most
yeah,
networks ain't like that, but we're just talking. We don't have nothing
yes,
to
sir.
hide.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. I know the COVID-19 life story
Mm.
as you came on, you broke ground that you broke history opening that show up with the first one to come on. We know that
Yeah.
show's gonna be one of the hottest shows on the planet with so many
It's about
people who already had COVID and recovered from COVID. You've been through those stages of life and hearing it and your wife having and going through that process. That's
Lamb. Yes. Surviving COVID, People thought it was over with, but God had the final say. They were also going to interview people who family members who didn't make it. So this is an ongoing show, surviving COVID, family members, people who had it and survived it and thought they was gone, but still
yeah,
here to talk
yeah.
testimony. So yes,
Yeah, I love that, man. You know, and I was thinking about that this morning. Our show for the people who had loved ones who've gone on forever love, the COVID
yes,
19 Forever Love show, and they forever love. COVID-19 may have taken the body, but they never took the love that they have for them. That's going to be an
yeah,
awesome show too, because we got millions of people waiting right now to tell their story, man, and how they still love their loved ones. I was talking to a young lady this week at the DMV, a white lady. She was working at DMV, and I was like, this COVID-19 is taking a lot of people's lives. My sister passed away, Brenda. You know her, you loved her. In
yeah.
August, my sister Brenda, you was at the service with you was at the funeral, and so many people, you just had your funeral last Saturday. You had somebody had COVID, 40-something years old
Yeah,
young lady, and so the forever love stories of people who have loved ones who's gone on. We're gonna have that segment in that show on our COVID-19 channel. It's gonna be so many people, man. I just can't imagine. And the lady told me, Pastor Boy, while I was at the DMV this week, she said, "Sir, I lost so many people with COVID-19. I just stopped counting. I can't even count them no more. I lost so many people
yes,
I love." She said, "I never had so many people in my life who's died from COVID-19 in my family." She said it just like that. I was like, wow, wow. And there's so many other people
yes,
out
yes,
there, but they want to tell their forever love story. And we're going to give them an opportunity on our show, forever love
yeah,
stories of those who they love, you know.
yes. I tell you, it's something. It's something. So we
Mm-hmm.
just look forward to the networks going higher, higher and higher. I tell you.
There's nowhere to go but up, man. So, hey, we
Yeah,
gotta go, y'all. You're watching right now. Breaking news: we have 6 channels on the PIC TV, 60 channels now. just for you. Those who want to watch it, all you got to go to your Roku and put in the search bar the PIC TV network, and you'll see our channels, shows already on. And we're building new programs and shows right now. We have Jerome Boyd, who works on our programming team for shows. We got 20 more people. Lonnie Austin was just on. Steve Hill, he had just slipped away. He had to do some other thing. Ivan Campbell, who's on our star team. Have James Lee, who's on our executive programming. We have my wife, Yvette Evans, Amos Evans, Stephen Evans. And I ain't even talk about the movies we're doing, man. The sneak preview, the movie trailers that we already had, the big movie trailers. I showed it to you. You already in that one. You know, so we're excited about everything that's happening with our channels. You know, it's gonna be exciting. Hey, we gotta go. Pastor Boy, give him a wave offer, man. Give him a wave right there. Hit him with a wave right there. Hit him with a wave. So long, everybody.
God bless you.